Hey, YouTube modeling community, Dave Heights down here at the Rat's Nest. Hey, just doing a little quick check-in video. Found out today that our next club meeting, we usually have it the third Saturday of the month, but found out today that we are actually having our meeting for March. We're having it next Saturday, and of all places, we get to hold it at Methodist Hospital up in Indianapolis with our buddy Jeremy Carr. That way he can participate in with the group finally. Kudos to the hospital for allowing this. I guess they have some conference rooms throughout the hospital, and Jeremy inquired about it, and they gave the thumbs up, said go for it, more than welcome to it. So we're going to be holding our club meeting up there next Saturday with Jeremy. Can't wait. We're all looking forward to it. I'm actually going to be doing a video at the next meeting. A buddy of mine, he is in the process of building a replica of a car. I don't know if any of you have seen it out there on YouTube or on any of the social media. It's a 1970 Dodge Charger that is referred to as Jezebel. My buddy Steve, he's going to replicate this car, and he's going to have me help him understand the technique of weathering. So we're going to be doing a video on that. It'll probably end up being a two-part series. So if it comes out pretty decent, I may end up posting it here on my YouTube channel. I know we're going to be putting it on our Circle City Modelers Facebook page. We're going to start doing that on a monthly basis. We're going to pick a topic, do a video on it, on a how-to. Steve, last month, he did one on the seat belts, like I was explaining in one of my last few videos. So we're going to keep this rolling. Each month, one of the other members, we're going to have them do a how-to on how they do a certain type of paint job, or what kind of aftermarket parts and how to install them, things of that nature. So depending on how that goes, I may convert all that over to putting it on my YouTube channel here for fellow builders to follow along if they need assistance. So that's something we're looking forward to doing. Like I said, just jumping on here tonight. I got off of work a little early tonight. Thought I'd come down in here to the Rat's Nest a little earlier than normal. Been piddling around here for about a couple hours now, and just like I said, just wanted to jump out there. I want to keep my videos going here. I took a hiatus there for a while. Of course, with the move and everything, sometimes time restraints just wouldn't allow me to do it, but now I'm getting back in the flow of things, and you know, trying to get a few more out there. Do have a couple of updates I wanted to share with everybody. I was going through some of my prior projects from a while back. I stumbled across one that I hadn't had it out for quite a while. Pulled it back out. The original paint job I put on it, I was okay with it, but something told me I could do better. So I did a little wet sanding on it the other night. I ended up just stripping it total. Got it back down, put a new fresh coat of paint on it the last few days, and I think she turned out pretty good. Now this here, I've actually got a tubbed resin undercarriage for it, Pro Street. This here is the 1964 Belvedere from, I believe it's a Lindbergh kit. Getting a little dirty out here already. I got to polish her up yet. My dirty fingers rubbing on it, but I think the paint job turned out pretty good on that. I'm never a big fan of the black paint, but I think the planets were aligned just right when I shot that. That's about the smoothest I think I've ever had a black paint job come out. Pretty happy with it. Like I say, I've still got to buff it out, get it ready for all. Got to get it bare metaled and then get a clear coat on it. But it turned out pretty good. I actually shot it. I had another shade of orange on it originally, and I had that leftover Go Mango orange from my California Flash that I started. So I just went ahead and shot some of that on there, and then taped her off and shot the black. Like I said, it turned out pretty decent. I get a like I said, I get a good polish and a buff on it. I think it's going to look pretty good. I'm very well pleased with how the paint job turned out. So that's another one that's going to be back on the bench here shortly. Can't wait to get that tub chassis for it and get that project rolling. Speaking of the California Flash, I don't know how many of you out there's built the kit or in the process of building it. It's to me, Mobius does an awesome job on their detail work. A couple of the Mobiuses that I've had in the past, I believe it was one of the 69 Ford pickup trucks, and I think it was possibly one of the I can't remember which one it was right off. I think it might have been one of the other Belvedere kits they come out with. Had some fit issues, you know. There was a little warp in it, and a few of my buddies have popped them open and had warp. The bodies are all warped on. It's like they went in too hot or something after they were mowed. I don't know, but it's just weird how they got a twist to the body. Fortunately, this California Flash that I'm working on, everything on it's pretty straight. The decals are kind of the side ones went on great. Now, fortunately, I've got an extra set of the decals. I went to put the trunk ones on the other night, and somehow, some way, the trim section in the middle of the trunk lid, when I was trying to lay it down, somehow, some way, split down the side, and it had a split in it at least about 1/4 of an inch long. So I stopped there, got that piece off, and in the process I accidentally got a little bit too close to the rear panel piece, so I'm going to have to replace that one too, but no big deal. Like I said, I've got 3 of the kits. I got 2 extra sets of decals. I know what I did wrong. I'm not going to do it again. So the second time, I've once bitten, twice shy now. So I know what I'm going to do to it the right way this time, so that don't happen again. But all in all, I think the decals lay down pretty good on it. I like how it's coming out. That's the only one that's on it right now. As you can see, I've still got a little bit of removal of the rear panel there, but like I said, I've got another set of them. Not a problem there. I'd planned on using the other 2 kits. I'm gonna keep 1 kit at least. I got the second set of decals I can get out of the other one. I actually want to chop it up a little bit, make a wheel altered base drag car out of it. So I've got plenty to play around here with. But all in all, I think the Flash is going to come out pretty good. Few little detail things I want to do to it yet. Definitely want to detail that engine. The engine, just from what I've seen of the box art, looks like it should build into a pretty good build. Add my fuel lines, spark plug wires, everything that it needs. I think it's going to be a pretty awesome looking build once I get it done. I had a guy I dealt with on Facebook. He was offering up a kit. I've already got 2 of them, but both of them sealed, and I've been wanting one to build, so he had it at a very reasonable price. I've seen them go for a lot, and when I say a lot, I mean I've seen them go for 50 plus. But I picked up one of the, and I believe this might have been the one that came in the combo kit, the Ford Bronco and the 67 Cougar funny car. He had the funny car, and I've been wanting to get one of them. I do have a another set of the decals. Decals didn't come with it, but that's cool. Like I said, I've got the, I think they're 777s. So I'm going to, this will be another project I'm going to get started on here before long. It's a sealed bag kit. Everything's there except, like I said, the decals. No sweat. I got decals for it. So always wanted to build this kit. Like I said, I got a sealed one up there. I just hadn't opened up yet, and then I've got the Bronco and the funny car set as well. That's still sealed, and I just haven't got around to open it up. Don't know if I will anytime soon, but yeah, like I said, I just wanted to build this one. He had it at a reasonable price. Jumped out there, got that. Other than that, I mean, it's just been I've been working on a couple of just odds and end things here. I'm taking a little bit of a break right at the moment on my Roadrunner because I want to make sure I get that chassis just right. Things are, you know, so-so on it, but you know, got quite a bit of a modification to do on that firewall yet, so I'm just going to, like I say, I want to take my time on it and make sure it's you know, comes out good. So for some of my subscribers out there, I've been floating around as often as I can, checking out your latest videos and your updates and everything, and I've saw some pretty cool stuff out there. One I saw last night, I really think it's cool. This is something I'd like to see more of in the community. This little fella named Grayson, he's very enthusiastic. I was watching that there on Godfather's channel there, Godfather Bernie. I like seeing the youth get into the model building. There's I've got kids of my own. They're up in their 20s. Never really could get them really interested in it. When they were little, they'd sit around the kitchen table while Dad was building. Not once did they ever bother anything. They never got into my stuff. They'd always sit there and watch me build. I always hoped maybe one of them would catch the interest, but unfortunately they didn't. But it's pretty cool to see young kids getting involved. It's going to keep the hobby going. I know when I was a kid, even when I was a teenager, I always thought ahead, you know, oh man, it'd be cool when I grow up, you know, I'm going to keep building models, and I have, you know. So it's just great to see the hobby keep going. And I've seen a lot of young builders at contests that we go to, and the young model builder down there in Kentucky, James Schultz, I mean, he amazed me on some of the builds that he's done. I mean, it's cool to see the younger generation getting involved and showing an enthusiasm for the hobby. Hopefully that you know, that kind of enthusiasm spreads. I'd much rather see a young kid build a model than sit around and play video games all day. I mean, it's just, to me, you know, it's being able to use their creativity, and it's just, I think it's cool, man. So Grayson, if you're watching, keep up the good work, buddy, and I can't wait to see that Scooby-Doo Ruh-Roh Shaggy. I want to see that when it gets done. So I'll be keeping my eye peeled for that video when it comes out. So, but other than that, right now, not a whole lot going on other than you know, doing a little work on the flash. I'm going to get this 64 Belvedere going again. Continuing getting the Roadrunner going here. If I keep going at this rate, staying steady with it, I ought to have 6-7 good cars to take to shows this year. I pretty much retired everything I've taken the last couple of years to various shows around. like I said, it's time to get some new blood out there on the table. So doing what I can to get that done. Who knows? Like I said, I'll be started on one project, be in the middle of it. Next thing you know, oh, I like something here, I'm gonna work on that. So, but all in all, like I said, it's just a little bit of building here, a little bit of building there down here at the Rat's Nest at the moment. So, like I said, just wanted to jump out here, give a quick little update video. Like I say, I'm really looking forward to next Saturday, visiting with Jeremy up there at Methodist Hospital. I know everybody in the club, we're just stoked about it. Finally get to have a meeting with him other than in his hospital room. That's going to be cool. So I may do a video up there next Saturday just with Jeremy, and get him out here on YouTube so everybody gets to meet him and know who he is, and find out the talent that this guy has for what he's using to build these models. It's like I said, he's used everything from chest tubes to bed pans, and he's putting out some really cool builds. So we'll probably do a video next week, get it out there so everybody can see what this gentleman's doing. So that's pretty much it for right now down here at the Rat's Nest. It's almost 1 a.m. here in central Indiana. So everybody out there in YouTube modeling community, hey, have a great weekend. This is old Dave down here at the Rat's Nest. We'll talk at you later.